So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Tiny Up, Tiny Down, 1990. Pedro Almodóvar flick. This one kind of surprised me. I'm not big into art house directors, unless it's Pasolini. He did Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. By the same director, which made him a ton of movies. Played at the landmark theaters back in early 90s. Made a ton of money, and it's the reason why this movie got made. I like Antonio Banderas and Pedro Almodóvar when they're doing the same movie. In the beginning, I thought this movie was going to be super lame, but the ending was pretty decent. Had some action going there. They call it a dark comedy, but it's more like a kind of a drama thing or an action thriller type movie. It really defies a description, actually. But it's even got the actor from Dagon, believe it or not, the weird guy. The Spanish babe is super hot. She gets full nudity treatment a couple times, and there's simulated sex and women peeing and stuff. So I guess the NC-17 rating is deserved. But yeah, I enjoyed this flick. I gave it 4 to 5 stars. I thought the ending was really good. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see Spain in 1990. You know, it's like going on a trip without paying for thousands of dollars. That kind of thing. But it starts out with Antonio Banderas. I guess he's orphaned and nobody loves him. He goes to a mental institution at the age of 16. Eventually, the judge frees him. He learns how to pick locks and steal cars and stuff. So he gets out. He meets this lady that he had sex with previously. She doesn't remember him. And he kidnaps her because he tells her he wants to start a family and have kids and stuff. So he goes a rather unorthodox way about courting a woman by tying her up and forcing her to spend time with him. But he is Antonio Banderas, so once he takes off his shirt after he's beaten up, she falls in love with him, which is highly improbable. She's got her own problems. She's addicted to drugs and stuff. So the reason she's tied up most of the time is because he's out trying to get drugs for her. And She's a former porn actress, I guess. She's trying to make it the mainstream, similar to Pia Snow or Tracy Lords, Marilyn Chambers, Amber Lynn. Who else? There's a long list of former porn actresses who try to make it into so-called regular movies. This gal's one of them. I guess her sister is a producer, and then the director is the creepy Dagon guy. That guy's cool. Anyways, the director is in a wheelchair. I guess he had a stroke, and he's making his last movie or something. Some kind of I don't know. It starts out like a monster movie. I guess it's a monster movie. I don't know. It looks like it's got a supernatural element to it. But yeah, there's references to Night of the Living Dead and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's this weird, inexplicable moment where they're just sitting at the television watching TV, and they talk about how Germans are better at saving money than for retirement than Spaniards. Couldn't quite follow that. It was completely out of place. A lot of the sex is unnecessary, in my opinion. But yeah, a lot of these movies from Almodóvar get the NC-17 or so. It's a pretty cool flick. I enjoyed most of it. There were just some awkward moments in the beginning. I didn't get the humor behind Antonio Banderas wearing a wig and doing air guitar, but I don't know. It's kind of a cool time capsule too, because they talk about Sony Walkmans and stuff. I guess Sony kind of went downhill after Walkmans went out of style, and their TVs weren't as good as the Korean stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Sony, but I found a full-time job. It doesn't pay much, but it's a good way to get my foot in the door. Kind of similar to 1998. I'm dating a Chinese fob, but she traveled to Houston, and then she was in Florida. I don't even know if I'll see her this weekend. So kind of weird where I work. Everybody smokes cigarettes. I thought that was out of style, but not at this place. Oh well. I don't pass judgment on other people unless it's my mom or my son. Then I make exceptions. It's funny how I don't impose my values on anyone except for my family. Anyways, enough about my personal life. What else can I say about this movie? Yeah, it's got the Dagon guy, some hot Spanish babes peeing in the toilet. Um, they actually have pubic hairs, but they shave their armpits. So it's kind of, yeah, it's like a time capsule going back to 1990. Pretty interesting. It's got a lot of special features, the Criterion collection. What else can I say about it? Yeah, I took a 21-year-old to see Voltaire on the big screen when it came out. I guess they're still making movies there in Spain. I don't know, it's been a long time. But, yeah, pretty cool flick. I mean, can't say highly recommended, but it's worth checking out if you're into the art house stuff. One of the better ones, I guess. Like I said, it kind of had me rolling my eyes at the beginning with the lame, corny Spanish jokes. Let's start to get more interesting towards the middle, I guess. And it's got a lot of nudity, which is cool. If you're into the exotic Spanish babes. So, yeah, it's almost like a really well-written pornography flick, I guess. So it's got the best of both worlds in that respect. But yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. It's worth checking out. It's not a bad flick or mediocre or anything. So that's the end of my review. Laters.